So I was watching Gambit versus Acend, and I noticed something pretty interesting about this one round. I watched most of the game, and both teams are really good. Acend is going to Berlin and all that. But one round that I thought was really interesting was round, what is it, 6 between them on Ascent. So if you notice, they're running a Cypher, right? I thought that was really interesting, which is why I wanted to watch this game. Because as you guys know, I'm a Cypher main and all that, and I wanted to see why they're running Cypher over Killjoy, and it seems like they're using him for a lot of map space and information, like Cypher should be used. So I'm looking here, at the beginning of the round, he throws his tripwire at top mid here, and then they have their Omen just sit in tiles, and I think he dodges a Sova arrow, right? And immediately, they recognize that nobody's playing in mid. So Acend throws out an Omen smoke towards tiles and decides to walk up top mid, and Jet has that operator too, so she's holding that smoke and he's holding this. And they get into pretty strong positions here, if you notice. She's standing at top mid, she's staring at top mid with the operator while Bone Cold is watching the smoke at tiles. And you might be thinking, well, this is going to be really hard for Gambit to retake mid if they want to go through mid. But the default that they're running is a 2-1-2 type default. They have 2 information characters, one being Cypher, one being Sova, and 2 duelists. Sage is considered a duelist because she can do some nutty things and she can heal herself with her wall. Or not, she can't heal herself with her wall, but you know what I mean. She's kind of, she can play like a duelist. So you have Sage and Sova and Cypher and Jet. You can play like information, try to work picks, and gain either A or B main control, obviously. So as the round progresses, you'll see that they start working picks towards each side of the map. They break her Sage's wall to try to see if they get a little bit aggressive, and they end up killing the Sova, who tries fighting A main, and they kill the Sage, who's trying to fight for B main a little bit. So after that, this whole part in mid is they don't need it at all. Like, if you look at this, you'll see a Gambit start rotating back towards B main for a B hit, and Sova doesn't even worry about mid because the only spot that Acend can be is in mid. And if this is either like an AFK zone or like a death zone. Like anyone who goes into mid right now is AFK, and that's 2 guys on Acend because Gambit was isolating A site and B site by themselves, trying to work picks individually. And I kind of wish I was able to see like what would happen if they didn't get those picks, like what the game plan would have been. I'm thinking maybe they probably just would have quietly like maybe kept one, like planted one at A and then like silently rotated over to B and just got ready for a B hit on its own after like baiting out some Sage util and all that so they can hit the site a lot easier. But yeah, it ended up working out, and the Cypher tripwire right here, like he recognizes that like their whole game plan is to never go mid, right? So they see the tripwire, they don't go past it. Like that's like their safety zone. Like from this point on, nobody could be here in this area, you know? So instead of going mid, like I feel like a lot of teams, especially in comp, like would have just ran through mid, like through a smoke bot mid and then just ran out there, you know, like getting ready to rotate through B or some shit. But Gambit did a pretty good job of recognizing that mid is like a death zone, and that's the only spot the enemy could be. And they rotate out through their spawn. And this Omen now hears, oh shit, they were in mid. Now they're coming to tiles to try and kill me. So Redgar hits a couple. He's a really nasty spray transfer. So that ended up working out. And then it's a 2v5, and it's GG's. So yeah, he kills one. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting because that's a pretty good way to use Cypher, like his tripwires, like to know that nobody's pushed up like past that point. I know it sounds kind of obvious, but essentially Gambit gave up mid and said, here, you can have it. If you want to go sit in mid and like just stare at a smoke for the entire round, go for it. You're going to be AFK while we sort of work your teammates into A and B main. So yeah, mid isn't necessarily needed sometimes, especially if that's your game plan. You don't really need mid. You could work other parts of the map, and sometimes it works out. So yeah, this was a little shorter video. Next one will be a little longer. So I'll see you in the next one, guys. Hope you learned something. I know I did, and I'll see you later. Bye. Love you.